Thanks so much. Sitting alongside Nelson Figueroa and Jim Duquette. It's about time, fellas, to get it going for real for the Mets on Monday. What about a key from each of you to this 2015 season? Nelson, I begin with you.
I think they just have to get off to a good start. We're not looking for exactly to be 10-0 in the first 10 games, but if they can be around 500 through the month of April, then I think, there's hope for optimism the rest of this season.
I know the pitching is going to be good. I wonder and worry about the offense. I hope that the offense, what we saw in the spring, may not be what we get during the course of the season, but I love the balance that we saw. I love the aggressiveness that we saw with runners in scoring position, that Kevin Long influence that we saw, that Michael Kadire, Curtis Granderson, David Wright influence, all of those things. I'm hoping to see that early on.
You mentioned Kevin Long, and here, there's so much debate about the advantages and the impact that a hitting coach can have, somebody of Kevin Long's ilk. How big a deal is it, do you think?
Coaches are amazing because all you takes is just one little thing that a coach can say. The coach before him could have said the same thing a million times, but the way that Kevin Long brings across the message, if he says the one thing that helps you click, the way he has done with Granderson in the past, now you look for him to do something like that with Duda and possibly get David Wright back on track, and it kind of breeds a new competition inside that clubhouse.
Matt Harvey had a tremendous spring, 21 strikeouts, just one walk, pitched to an ERA of 1.19. It could not have gone better this spring for Matt Harvey. Do you still have to be, Jim, very cautious about how you proceed moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, now the difficult part comes because now the real expectations come in. You had expectations that he would be healthy, but you really didn't know what you're going to expect. Now he creates even more expectations. He has a low 1 ERA. He walks one guy over the course of the spring training. Is it even human? So now the robot gets to go pitch in a regular game. Yep. I think that's the thing. It's going to be, all right, how does he manage his innings over a 90-pitch count? That's going to be difficult for Matt to handle mentally, and it's going to be difficult, even more difficult for Terry to rip the ball out of his hand.
Nelson, as a pitcher, how difficult do you think it's going to be to rip the baseball at times out of Matt Harvey's hand?
As competitive as he is, he's the type of pitcher that he's not into 5 and dives. He's out there, he's trying to think about 9 innings. He wants to give his team a chance to win every single time out there. But I think he's smart enough to know that when to say when, and hope that this bullpen can hold some of these leads that the Mets may have.
Bartolo Colon, 41 years old, soon to be 42 years old. He gets the opening day start down in Washington. He's got the one pitch, but Jimmy, for all these years, he's figured out how to get it done.
Well, it's been amazing. Even when you watch him in his bullpen sessions in spring training, we got a chance to go down there. Looks like he's just playing catch. And he can do that for 30 more years if he wants to. But I think that's the interesting thing with him. He's not that ground ball pitcher anymore. He does throw the two-seamer. He's going to throw it 80% of the time, but he does a great job of mixing in a little bit of a slider, a little bit of a change-up, and before you know it, it's been a comfortable 0 for 3 for the opposing hitters.
Max Scherzer is going to be on the mound opposing him for Washington. Does Scherzer and his addition to the Nationals make Washington the clear-cut favorite in the division?
According to everyone around baseball, yes. But to me, on paper, everything looks great. Once the bell rings, things change. So it's about executing. It's about how do they deal with maybe not having that success that they had planned on early on. So I think right now there is no clear-cut favorite, and that's the beauty of baseball. Every horse is in this race right now, day one.